Good morning. Hope you all are enjoying the snow day. If it sounds a little echoey, because I'm in the classroom recording this, so I can use a smartboard to write the notes on. So as I said yesterday, we're going to learn several different methods of solving systems of equations. Today is going to be by substitution. All right. Sometimes the board is not working. Substitution. There we go. All right. So this little guide right here, this process is going to be really helpful. And I'm going to keep referring back to this. But what we're going to do is we're going to be solving one equation for one variable. All right. Then once you pick one of the equations, you substitute the value back into the other equation, solve that equation. And then from there, we're going to substitute this value into the expression from step one. And then we'll write a solution. So I'm going to walk through all these with you. All right. So here we go. Let's go to the first question. Solve by substitution. So 2x minus y equals negative 9 and 7x plus 3y equals 1. So the first thing you want to do is solve one of these equations. Now, it really doesn't matter which equation you solve, okay? But there is one equation that would be easier. And the easier equation is this one. All right, so what we want to do is we want to solve for y here. So step number one, I'm going to take this 2x and add a negative 2x to both sides. Again, trying to get y by itself. Okay? So when I do that, I'm going to get negative y equals a negative 2x plus a negative 9. Now, I don't want a negative y, I want a y, so multiply everything by negative 1, and that's just going to give you 2x plus 9. So that was step number one. Solve one equation for the variable. Okay? Step number two is substitute the expression into the other equation. So I'm going to take this 2x plus 9 that equals y, substitute it into the second equation, and what I do is I'm now getting rid of two different variables. So now I'm only going to have one variable. So instead of saying 3y, it's going to be 3 times 2x plus 9 equals 1. And again, that's because 2x plus 9 equals y. Okay? So then I solve this. 7x plus 6x plus 27 equals 1. I'm going to get 13x plus 27 equals 1. I need to start getting x by itself, so I'm going to add a negative 27 to both sides. So 13x plus 27 plus a negative 27 equals 1 plus a negative 27. 13x equals negative 26. Now I need more room here. There we go. Okay. Now let's... All right, so from here, multiply both sides by 1/13. And then I'm going to get x equals... Oh, this is beautiful, Jake. X equals negative 2. Okay? So I have x equals negative 2. Then I want to go back real quickly. Step number 3 was right here. So step number 2 is substituted in. Step number 3 is then actually solving it. Okay? So once I get x equals negative 2, I'm then going to plug it back in. So here's step number 4. I'm going to plug it back into the original equation I solved for, which is right here. Okay? So I'm going to plug negative 2 in for x. So y equals 2 times negative 2 plus 9. Y equals negative 4 plus 9. Y is going to equal 5. And then step number 5 here is going in and writing your x and your y as a solution set of ordered pairs. So again, solution set, open parentheses, negative 2 is my x, 5 is my y, close parentheses. Okay. All right, so we're going to do the next one together. Come on. There we go. All right. So we're going to solve the next one. 4x plus y equals 15 and x minus y equals 10. So I have options here. All right. I don't want to choose the 4x, so I don't want to solve for that first x, but I can choose to solve for the next y, or I can solve for the x or the y in the second equation. I kind of like the idea of solving for this, the x of the second equation, because all I need to do is just add a y to both sides. So x minus y plus y equals 10 plus y, and now I'm going to solve for x. X equals y plus 10. Step number 2, now substitute y plus 10 into the x of the first equation. So then the first equation was 4x plus y equals 15, so now it's going to be 4 times y plus 10 plus y equals 15. Step number 3 is now solving. Okay? So 4y plus 40 plus y equals 15. 4y plus y is 5y plus 40 equals 15. I'm going to add a negative 40 to both sides. Okay? So 5y equals negative 20. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, negative 25. And then from here, I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. 1/5 times 5 times y equals 1/5 times negative 25. And I'm going to get y equals negative 5. So I know that, excuse me, so I know that y is negative 5. So then I'm going to come over here to step number 4. I'm going to take this negative 5, put it into this equation right here that I solved in step 1. I already have it set up for x, so I know that x is going to equal negative 5 plus 10. X is going to equal 5. All right. So then, the last step, write the ordered pairs. So in solution set, I'm going to have 5, comma, negative 5. Okay. All right, so we have one more problem, and what we're going to do is I'm going to get you started, and then I'm going to stop, and I want you to pause the video and try to work the rest of number 9 out by yourself, and then you can play the video, and I'll have the answer already all written up there, so then you can kind of check your work. Okay? So we'll get started on this next one. All right. So solve by substitution. So hopefully you're thinking, okay, there's really only one choice of what I'm going to solve for. And it's going to be the x of the second one. So x plus 9y plus a negative 9y equals 7 plus a negative 9y. So I'm going to have x equals negative 9y plus 7. Okay, so I'm going to pause it here. I want you to, from this point on, I want you to work it out till the end. Just to give you a little hint here, you will get a fraction answer. Okay, so don't be scared. You can do this. All right, so I'm gonna pause it here, and then you pause it, finish it, and then press play, and we'll see the answer. All right, so welcome back. Hopefully you got this answer of 19/7 and 10 over 21. So just quickly, we solved for x. That's where we stopped. We plug the negative 9y plus 7 back in for the x of the first equation. So then you're doing 5 times negative 9y plus 7. And step 3 here, that's where we distribute, and we get negative 45y plus 35 plus 3y. Add your y's together, get negative 42y. Add the negative 35 to both sides in the next step to get negative 42y equals negative 20. Multiply both sides by negative 1 over 42. And down below here, that's where you get the y equals 10 over 21 when you simplify it. Okay? So then substitute that into the original equation, which is this x right here. Okay, substitute it back in for y right there. All right, so you have negative 9 times 10 over 21 plus 7. I got negative 90 over 21. Simplify the negative 30 over 7. The 7 to the 49 over 7, this is just rewriting 7 with a denominator 7. So that's 49 over 7. So I have negative 30 plus 49 gives you the 19 over 7. And then we finish the problem up by writing 19 over 7 and 10 over 21. So this is our method of substitution. Tomorrow when we're in class, we will do some fun word problems on substitution before we move into our next method. Good luck on the homework. If you have questions, you can always email me. Have a great rest of your snow day.